Hey, Titus. Give us some money.
That's right.
I have no money.
What? You've been the Zeon family's live-in son-in-law for years. Do you not have any money?
That's right. What a loser.
If he isn't a loser, he won't be working on a construction site now.
Don't go. Let me ask you, how do you feel when sleeping with your wife?
That's right. What is the feeling? Is of sleeping with a wealthy lady.
Don't go too far.
Why can't you share it, right? Unless she doesn't let you sleep with her, and that's why you don't know it.
You.
Hey, he wants to hit me. Here, hit me right in the face. What? Did you chicken out? My goodness, why did Ms. Zeon marry a loser like you?
Let's not keep pushing it. After all, he's still their live-in son-in-law.
What are you afraid of? He's a total loser.
Stop it.
Hey, old brat, who are you?
He's not someone you can touch. If you don't leave, you will be thrown out of Isolis.
Oh my, old brat, you are provoking me. You wait.
Get lost. Good day, Mr. Craig. You have suffered so much. Mr. Craig, you've suffered.
Cut the crap. I was abandoned in Isolis for 5 years. He is so cruel. Say it. What's the matter?
Mr. Craig, the Craig family of Druvia will establish a company in Isolis. At that time, you'll have to manage it.
Why? Is this also a test for inheriting the Craig family?
Yes, Mr. Craig.
I get it. I'll become the king of Isolis again.
This is the token and black card of the family. It can bring you some convenience.
There's a gathering the day after. I want to surprise my wife and show those who look down on me that I'm not a loser, but rather someone they can never reach. Hello, I would like to book the Empire Hotel.
I'm sorry, sir. Please don't just make a joke.
How about this here?
This is the legendary black card. I'm sorry, sir. I'll contact Mr. Gunner now.
You are.
Are you the person in charge?
Yes. The richest Craig family's token. You're from the Craig family.
I don't want too many people to know my identity.
I get it. Then, you...
The day after tomorrow, invite the Zeon family to hold a party. Don't mention anything else.
No problem.
Please clear the venue. I want to give Ms. Melanie Zeon a surprise.
Okay, I'll arrange everything, as you said. Jason, the day after tomorrow, Mr. Craig will book our hotel. You have to serve him well.
I'm back.
Hey, Titus came back, carrying a sack.
Everyone is waiting for you. This is ridiculous.
Why are you only coming back now? Didn't you know there was a family meeting today?
Oh, there's a lot of work today, so I came back late. Besides, you never let me join the family meeting.
Hey, look, he even talked back to you.
Mrs. Zeon, I didn't mean to talk back to you.
Then, what do you mean?
All right, back to the topic. Mr. Gunner called just now and invited us to hold a party at the Empire Hotel. Do you think we should accept it?
Seriously? Empire Hotel? The top hotel in Isolis? Is it the hotel of the same name?
Mr. Gunner called. How could it be fake?
This person is quite efficient.
We should accept it. It's a good chance for the Zeon family to rise.
But we have no dealings with Mr. Gunner.
You don't know. I asked Mr. Craig to book it.
Mr. Craig? Which one?
That's Silas Craig, who has liked Melanie for years. I should call to thank him and invite him to join the party.
Why should we call an outsider to a family party?
What outsider? He helped us to book the Empire Hotel. Besides, maybe we will become a family in the future. Hello, Mr. Craig. It's me, Mrs. Zeon.
Mrs. Zeon, actually about the Empire Hotel.
I just want to tell you, just now, Mr. Gunner personally called to invite us to hold a party at the Empire Hotel. Thank you so much, Mr. Craig. You're so capable.
Oh, yeah. Right. Didn't Mr. Gunner reject me? Did he? He feared the Craig family and regret it?
Mr. Craig, you have to come to our family party tomorrow. We want to thank you in person.
Oh, okay. Sure. Whether Melanie and I can rekindle our past relationship will depend on you.
Yes, I have high hopes for you. Melanie, you're quite influential.
It's a shame. She married Titus, the loser.
Melanie, wait. I have something to tell you.
You only talk nonsense.
You. Melanie. Melanie, I promise, you will see a whole new Titus at the family party.
What? Will you have jewelry or a mansion? Or you're a billionaire?
You can have what you want.
Okay. You're not having a fever. Why are you talking nonsense?
Oh my. I'm telling the truth.
All right. Remember, it's best. If you don't speak at that time, don't embarrass me. Get out now.
Melanie, I'll prove it to you.
I'm sorry. Mr. Craig booked this hotel. You can't go in?
Oh my. He helped us to book it. Please hurry up and lead us in.
That's right.
No, I only recognize Mr. Craig.
Hey, we have a close relationship with Mr. Craig.
That's right. He is Melanie's admirer. Do you want to lose your job?
When Mr. Craig arrives, you all can go inside.
I'm sorry. I'm late.
Mr. Craig, Mr. Gunner asked me to wait for you here.
It's very kind of him. Let's go in.
Yes, this way, please.
Hey, hold on. He is just a loser, live-in son-in-law.
That's right. Hey, did you mistake the wrong person? How could he be Mr. Craig?
Huh? I'm sorry. Please show your black card. That proves your identity.
Hey, Mr. Craig is here.
Look at him. How could Titus be compared with Mr. Craig?
I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Zeon, there was something urgent that I had to handle, so I'm late.
It's fine. As long as you can come, we will be very happy. Right, Melanie?
Hold on.
What now? Mr. Craig has come.
Since you're both Mr. Craig, please show your black card. The person who has it is the person who booked the hotel.
Mr. Craig, hurry up and take the card out for him to see.
So, well, I was in a hurry and forgot to bring it.
Black card, right? I got it.
How dare you, loser, use a fake card to fool us.
Don't go too far.
I want to see if this card is genuine.
Mr. Craig, quickly take a look.
It's fake. My card has a dragon totem on it, but this one has nothing.
Are you sure you know the patterns of all black cards?
The Craig family is a powerful and influential clan. There's nothing. I haven't seen...
I don't think so.
Titus, cut it out.
Melanie, you don't believe me.
How can I trust you? The card needs to deposit at least $150 million. You're just a worker. How can you have so much money?
Yes, how dare you?
All right, this is enough. I think just forget about the party.
Don't go, Uncle Frank. It's hard to get a chance to come to the Empire Hotel. Others can't even ask for it.
That's right, Dad. It's such a shame to leave.
We can't even get inside.
Mr. Craig, do something.
What do you mean by this? Do you mess with the Craig family?
We never meant to mess with the Craig family.
Then, what do you mean by stopping me outside?
You're both Mr. Craig.
Didn't I tell you already? He is Mr. Craig, and this one is the loser, son-in-law of the Zeon family. How could we possibly be wrong?
How about bringing Mr. Gunner here to welcome us?
You can't even recognize the guest. Do you want to lose your job?
I'm sorry, Mr. Craig. Please forgive me. Dear guests, this way.
You're quite sensible.
This is the top VIP room that Mr. Craig reserved.
Sea cucumber abalone. Are you sure these are for us?
Mr. Gunner arranged these food himself. It can't be wrong.
Mr. Gunner is really going all out to apologize. Has my family's power grown this strong?
Oh my, Mr. Craig. This is so nice of you. I have never seen such a sumptuous meal in my life.
Mr. Craig, thank you.
This is what I should do. Here, take a seat.
Come on, let's make a toast to Mr. Craig to thank him for arranging such a sumptuous meal for our family.
It's nothing.
Thank you, Mr. Craig.
Titus, why didn't you hold your glass?
Nothing. I just don't want.
What's wrong? Am I not worthy of having you offer a toast?
That's right. You don't deserve it.
What nonsense are you saying? If it weren't for Mr. Craig, you wouldn't be able to enjoy such a meal at the Empire Hotel. Hurry up and apologize to Mr. Craig.
Quickly make a toast. We're waiting to eat.
Okay, I'll make a toast, Dree. Dream on.
You jerk. How dare you lay a hand on me? We're not done.
Titus, are you crazy? How dare you hit Mr. Craig?
Mr. Craig, are you okay?
Melanie, it's a shame you married such a man.
Let go of her.
Titus, they're clearly a perfect match. Why are you, loser, interfering with them?
Melanie is my wife.
Just stop flattering yourself. Did you ever enter her room in these 3 years?
Melanie, is he telling the truth? These 3 years, you two.
It's true, Mr. Craig. Stop talking.
Oh my, Melanie, this is great.
How can you watch Melanie being hugged?
Titus, are you trying to ruin Melanie's reputation?
I didn't. Silas is being rude to Melanie.
Titus, he didn't take advantage of me. Don't make it a big deal.
He just hugged you.
All right, Titus. Mr. Craig is just being too excited.
Mr. Zeon, you...
All right, this matter is over. Sit down.
These are the gifts Mr. Craig prepared for Miss Zeon.
Just leave them there. Why are you still standing there?
I apologize for what happened at the entrance. I was confused by others.
It's fine. Just blame it on this loser.
Thank you, Mr. Craig.
Melanie, these are the gifts I prepared for you. I hope you like them.
Hurry up and thank Mr. Craig.
Thank you, Mr. Craig.
How is Mr. Gunner so generous?
What's wrong, Mr. Craig?
Huh? It's nothing. Glad that you like them?
Yes. Yes, Melanie likes them very much.
Hold on. Are you sure these are the gifts you prepared for Melanie?
If it's not me, then could it be you?
These are the wedding gifts I'm giving to her.
Are you not going to stop? I haven't settled the score with you for earlier.
Titus, can you stop making trouble?
Melanie, these really are all things I bought for you.
Titus, how can you lie so boldly? Look carefully, Are these gifts you can afford?
Titus, how can you lie so shamelessly? You really embarrass our family. Hurry up and apologize to Mr. Craig.
I did nothing wrong.
Can you stop bluffing? Look, this loser stole something.
You. Who are you to say I stole it?
Because this size of diamond ring is worth at least $1 million. Do you have $1 million?
Titus, where did you steal it? Did you steal it from Mr. Craig?
Yes. He snatched it from me when he bumped into me.
I knew something was off with him. Turns out he came here to steal.
Titus, what else do you want to say?
I bought that ring for Melanie.
Nonsense. Is this diamond ring something you loser can afford?
How shameless of you.
Titus, that's enough. Get out of here. Stop embarrassing yourself here.
I booked this hotel, and I prepared these gifts. Why should I?
Enough. Titus, I always thought you were an honest man.
Mr. Zeon, you don't trust me. Since you don't believe me, these gifts are just rubbish.
Titus, are you crazy? Hey, my gifts. Quickly stop him.
Watch me. How dare you to fight back? Ouch.
You falsely accuse me. What's there to fear?
Titus, You want to be cast out of the Zeon family?
So what about the Zeon family? If it weren't for Melanie, I wouldn't even come to this party.
Uncle Frank, save me.
Let go of him.
You loser. It's so lawless. Ouch! Ow!
Oh no, Mom. Mom, are you okay?
Frank, he is an ingrate.
This is ridiculous. He needs to be punished.
Yes, Uncle Frank, I've long wanted to settle him.
Don't you dare.
Uncle Frank, this loser disobeys your order.
He's too arrogant. John, let me help you.
Pin him down. Stay still.
Stop it! Let go of Mr. Craig.
Old man, who do you think you are to meddle in our business?
John, be respectful. May I know who you are?
I'm the butler of the Craig family.
The Craig family?
Mr. Craig, is he your butler?
No, I don't know him.
This...
It's the Craig family of Druvia.
You're the butler of the Craig family of Druvia? Then are you saying he is the son of the Craig family of Druvia?
Silas, I think this old man must be hired by Titus.
I think so too. If I weren't here today, this loser would have his way.
Titus, you're embarrassing us.
Melanie, don't be angry. I wanted to give you a surprise today, but it's all ruined by Silas.
Surprise? How dare you mention it? You've disgraced the Zeon family.
Melanie.
Titus, that's enough. Get out of here.
Yes, get out of here.
You'll regret it. Let's go.
That butler looks impressive. Could it be that Titus really has some background?
Uncle Frank, don't overthink it. Titus has been with us not just a year or two.
He's been here for 3 years. Don't you know him?
That's right. If Titus were the son of the Craig family of Druvia, he wouldn't be working on the site for years and become a live-in son-in-law.
That's right. Hey, Mr. Craig, what are you doing?
Even if I'm rich, we shouldn't waste the money. Haha.
Mr. Craig is such a good person. Let's help him to pick them up.
Pick up everything.
Mr. Gunner, things have become like this. Will Mr. Craig blame this on us?
No, every problem has its cause. But we don't have to show any respect to the Zeon family and Silas.
Yes. Mr. Gunner, why do I feel like Mr. Craig is a little too obsessed with Miss Zeon?
That woman is not even worthy of cleaning his shoes.
Yes.
Throw the Zeon family and Silas out of the hotel.
Yes, Mr. Gunner.
Ouch. Melanie, did I hurt you? Are you injured?
Aunt Diane, Melanie and Silas are the perfect match.
Indeed?
But Melanie is married to Titus, that loser.
So what? They can get a divorce?
If Melanie is married, the property of the Zeon family will be mine.
Melanie, keep the jewelry and the property deed. I will send the cash over after sorting it out.
The gifts are too expensive. We can't accept them.
Mr. Craig gives them to Melanie. You have no right to say that?
It's just some small gifts. Please accept them, Melanie.
Melanie, Mr. Craig is talking to you.
These are too expensive.
Melanie, if you don't accept them, it's kind of disrespectful to Mr. Craig. Listen to me. Just accept them. We can give him some gifts back in return.
You're right. As long as it's from Melanie, I'll like it.
Thank you, Mr. Craig.
Everyone. Please leave the hotel now.
Why do you chase us away? Mr. Craig is Mr. Gunner's VIP.
It's Mr. Gunner's order to make you leave.
Go and get him. Here now.
You really think you're a big deal? Mr. Gunner has no time for you.
How dare you be rude to me? Did you just push me? Do you want to be thrown out of Isolis?
You don't have to. Worry about that. Now, please leave.
Hey, our stuff.
Mom, quick, help me.
Hurry up, John. Pick up all the money.
Such a shame.
These two, Mr. Craig, are indeed different.
I'll go get the car.
What's wrong? How could a servant even dare to disrespect Mr. Craig?
It must because of Titus.
Aunt Diane, are you saying that what Titus did just now has displeased Mr. Gunner, so he chased us out?
That's right. Think about it. Before Titus stole Mr. Craig's diamond ring, that servant was so respectful. But not long after, we were chased out. If it weren't that loser's fault, who could it be?
Does Mr. Gunner have anything to do with Titus's stealing?
Of course it does. There's a thief at the hotel. It'll ruin the reputation of hotel. How could he not be angry?
Mom, what should we do now?
Melanie, let me ask you, what do you think of Mr. Craig?
He's a good person and way better than Titus, that loser.
I'll create a chance for you to get close to Mr. Craig.
Thank you, Mom.
Let's go.
Okay.
Mr. and Mr. Zeon, let me take you home.
Mr. Craig, please help us. Send Melanie home. She got a fright today. We can go back by ourselves.
Let me help you take the case.
It's fine. Don't bother.
It's fine. This money is for Melanie. I should help you to take it to your house.
Melanie, just follow Mr. Craig back.
We'll leave first.
Don't you think they are too...
What's wrong? Just a friend drives her home. What is the problem? You're too old-fashioned.
Aunt Diane is right. Young people are all like this.
Okay.
Luke, have you prepared those gifts I asked you to?
Yes, I have sent people to take them. Pearl necklace, top-grade diamond, and a bracelet made from emerald. In 2 days, they will send the gifts to you.
Okay, I think Melanie will like them.
Mr. Craig, Melanie doesn't believe in what you said. Why bother going to such length to please her?
Melanie once saved my life.
Miss Zeon is the girl from back then.
Yes, so I'll take care of her. All my life, I will give her everything she wants.
Mr. Craig, do you want to stay?
Melanie, you're really bold to do this under broad daylight.
Do you like it?
Of course, I like it. Here, give me a kiss.
Hey, you can do whatever you want when we go inside.
Melanie, your name suits you perfectly.
Mr. Craig, you flatter me.
I wonder how good you are in bed.
You'll know if you try it yourself.
Ha 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 ha.
Luke, you should go back. I'll go up alone and explain it to Melanie.
Okay, are you sure Miss Zeon will believe in your identity this time?
If it weren't for Silas causing trouble today, it wouldn't be ruined.
After the Zeon family's matter, Mr. Craig will grow a lot.
Darling, it's fantastic. Should we go for another round?
Mr. Craig.
What are you doing?
Melanie, it's your loser husband.
Melanie, what are you doing just now?
Why do I need to explain it to you? Get out of here. Don't be an eyesore.
What can happen between a man and a woman? You're not only useless, but also blind. Your wife was so passionate in bed just now.
Cut it out.
Melanie, is he telling the truth?
Why should I explain so much to you? What if I say we're just talking about business? Do you believe it?
Talking business in bed? Do you think I'm a fool?
You don't understand my job.
Melanie, I stayed at the Zeon family without complaint for 3 years, yet you cheated on me.
Cheat on you? You loser. Don't deserve it. I'm telling you, get out of here now. Don't delay us from doing business. Otherwise, I'll throw you out of Isolis.
Yes, get out now, or you won't be able to work on the site.
So shameless.
You loser. How dare you hit me?
Not only will I beat you, I'll destroy you.
What do you want?
Don't do anything crazy. I'm warning you. Be nice to me. I'm from the Craig family.
This is what I will do to an asshole like you.
Just wait. I won't spare you.
Bring it on. It's not certain who will have a hard time.
Titus, what are you doing? Mr. Craig. Mr. Craig, are you okay?
It hurts so much. He is so disrespectful to me.
Titus, hurry up. Apologize to Mr. Craig and beg for his mercy.
You two flirted with each other and asked me to apologize? Dream on.
Hey, watch your mouth.
If you can do it, can I say it? When I knew you as a child, you were so pure. How did you grow up to be so shameless?
What nonsense are you saying? I was abroad as a child. When did I go to the village and meet someone like you?
What did you say?
I said, I lived abroad as a child and never went to the village.
Are you sure you never rescued a boy from drowning in the pond in a village?
That never happened?
Impossible. All the others kept calling her Ms. Zeon.
Ms. Zeon? You're not confusing Willow with me, are you? Ms. Zeon? She doesn't deserve it.
Willow? Who is she?
She's Dad's illegitimate daughter, a child from a mistress.
Well, a loser and a love child are quite a perfect match.
Where is she now?
How do I know? I've never seen her for 10 years. She's probably passed away.
Passed away?
You actually confused Willow with me. What a bad luck.
Melanie, let's get a divorce.
What did you say?
I said, let's get a divorce. I stayed without complaint in this house for 3 years because I mistook you as my childhood savior. Now that I know you're not her, this wrong marriage should end.
Titus, you loser. How could you divorce me for a love child? Sure, divorce then. I don't want to see you anymore. Get out of here now.
Where's Titus?
Don't bother. We are getting a divorce, May.
Divorce? This is a serious matter. How can you decide it yourself without my consent?
Dad, you can't blame me. It was Titus. He asked for a divorce. He has gone too far.
What happened? What did he do?
Melanie, tell us, what happened? We'll seek justice for you.
He cheated on me. He has kept a woman outside. Dad, Mom, you have to seek justice for me.
Asshole, he married our beautiful daughter. How dare he have an affair? Frank, you have to seek justice for our daughter.
Melanie is beautiful and the heiress of the Zeon family. How could he keep a woman outside?
How do I know?
You men are the same, never satisfied with what you have.
What are you saying? John, go and find Titus. I want to ask this clearly.
No need to find me. I'm here. No matter what I see, I'm getting a divorce here.
Dad, look at him.
Titus, you loser! Isn't Melanie good enough? You have lived off our family for 3 years. How dare you mess with other women outside?
Aunt Diane, I have to say something. On behalf of Titus, Melanie is good, but she never lets Titus touch her. Who can bear with her? That makes sense.
John, what nonsense are you saying? Melanie is the heiress of the Zeon family. Titus is not worthy of touching her.
But they're married. It's weird not to sleep together.
John, nobody will think of you as a mute, even if you don't talk. Dad, you have to seek justice for me.
Titus, let me ask you, did you cheat on her?
It's not me who cheated, but your precious daughter, Melanie.
Melanie? What's going on?
He's talking nonsense. I didn't.
That day, while we were out, she was in the room with Silas. They were making out, and I caught them red-handed. If you don't believe me, you can check the security footage. He went in for a long time.
Melanie, explain it.
Don't listen to his nonsense. Yesterday I was talking about work with Mr. Craig. I just joined the company, and I don't understand many things. I was just thinking that Mr. Craig was experienced. I should learn from him.
Do you need to learn with him in bed? You were all disheveled. Do you think of me as a fool?
That's right, Melanie. Don't blame me for saying this. If you really like Mr. Craig, you should get a divorce first before being with him. You cheated in marriage and blame it on Titus. If the words spread, you will disgrace the family.
You.
Hey, you're all here. I delivered the case for Melanie. I was in a hurry yesterday and forgot it.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Mr. Craig, you finally came. Titus kept accusing us of having an affair. Quickly explain to them. We were talking about work only, right?
Oh, yes. Right. Yesterday, I was discussing work with Melanie. We had an in-depth talk. Do you have proof that we are having an affair?
I saw it with my own eyes.
Who would believe a thief?
Uncle Frank, Mr. Craig is right. Titus stole something at the hotel and told lies, causing us to be kicked out by Mr. Gunner. We can't believe what he said.
You're such a fence-sitter. Before Mr. Craig arrived, you were defending Titus?
Melanie, it was just my inference. Mr. Craig is here to testify now. I can no longer believe anything this loser says.
Nice one, John. I'll remember that.
Thank you, Mr. Craig.
Mr. Craig can prove it for Melanie now. Titus, what else do you want to say?
You've gone too far.
Hey, what are you saying? You slandered Melanie and me first. Mr. Zeon, you have to give me an explanation. I've been wrongfully accused by your son-in-law. This has harmed my dignity as the son of the Craig family.
The Craig family will establish 2 new companies and build 2 new buildings in Isolis. We shouldn't offend him at this time.
Mr. Zeon, have you figured out what to do?
It's my lack of discipline. Titus, kneel to me.
I did nothing wrong. Why should I?
Slandered Mr. Craig for having an affair with Melanie. You falsely accused them.
Whether I slandered them or not, they knew it very well. Don't keep pushing it.
Yes, we know it well, and we're saying that. You slandered us.
Melanie, I dare you to repeat it while looking at your conscience.
What's there to be afraid of?
Let's not talk about you having an affair. You said I kept a woman. Do you have evidence?
I don't have proof, but I guessed it because you seldom come back to our room.
Don't you know why? I don't go back to the room. You said I didn't deserve to enter your room and let me sleep in a maid's room.
Melanie is right. You're a loser. You don't deserve to sleep in her room. It's us being kind to let you sleep in a maid's room.
Enough. Since there's no proof, Titus, apologize to Mr. Craig, and we'll let it pass.
I won't apologize, and this won't be over.
What do you want?
Today, I must divorce Melanie. I must divorce Melanie today.
You worthless loser. Don't push your luck here.
Titus, you say you've never cheated on me. Why do you insist on divorcing me?
Why? Because you never let me enter your room in the past 3 years. Because you slept with him. Because we shouldn't have got married in the first place. The woman I wanted wasn't you.
What are you talking about? I think you're just having an affair with that tramp Willow.
What does this concern Willow?
Dad, tell you what. He knew Willow since childhood. Willow also saved his life before. The reason why Titus became a live-in son-in-law in our family is that he mistaken me for Willow in the first place.
Titus, is what Melanie said true?
Yes, but I've never done anything immoral with Willow. I only found out about my mistake yesterday.
Really? Who knows if you're telling the truth or not?
Melanie, not everyone is as dirty as you and Silas.
Dad, look at him. He's insulting me for that wretch.
Melanie, Willow is your sister. Don't say that about her.
Willow is indeed a wretch. Her father was a cheater who had an affair with Willow's mom while his wife was pregnant. How could Willow deserve to be defended by you people?
Diane, mind your language.
Why? Frank, did you forget your past? If you hadn't married me and got my parents' support, you wouldn't have got the project about the amusement park. Your family wouldn't have been so wealthy.
My mom's right. Dad, are you really gonna hurt our feelings just for that wretch?
Alright, that's enough. I'm not interested in your family issues, but this guy has offended me so many times. I must make him pay. Otherwise, your Zeon family will have to suffer for him.
Please, Mr. Craig, you heard it yourself. Titus is determined to divorce me, so he's not a part of our Zeon family now.
Is that so, Mr. Zeon?
Yes, I will cut my ties with your Zeon family today.
Good. I hope you can still be so tough later. Guys, do you want to help me destroy Titus completely? Guys, do you want to help me destroy Titus completely?
Mr. Craig, what are you suggesting?
Titus is working on the construction site owned by your family, right? I'm thinking of giving him a lesson by kicking him out of there. I wonder if you are willing to do that for me.
Of course, Mr. Craig will do whatever you say.
What do you say, Mr. Zeon?
Titus has worked in that construction site for 3 years. It may not be a good idea to get him out right after the divorce.
This loser stole things before, and as a result we got kicked out of Empire Hotel by Mr. Gunner. Then, he started the rumor that you two had an affair. If we don't teach him a lesson, he will continue to offend others in Isolis and cause them to bully our Zeon family.
Yes, my aunt has a point. We've got to teach him a lesson. Otherwise, people will think less of our Zeon family.
Dad, look at him. He's smirking. How arrogant he is. You should kick him out.
We can't force you into anything. Titus, from today on, you and Melanie are no longer married. You just take care. Be hardworking. You'll make it.
I hope you wouldn't regret what you've done today in the future. Congrats, Melanie. Your dream finally came true. You can marry this guy now.
Are you regretting divorcing me? But that is too late. However, if you beg me, I can put in a good word for you in front of Mr. Craig and ask him not to destroy you. In that way, you will still have a job when you leave my Zeon family.
Yes, Titus, if you beg Melanie here, I'll consider giving you a way out.
That's okay. I wish you to. Good luck.
What a worthless loser. Thank God we finally got rid of this loser today.
Congratulations, Melanie. You're free again.
Mr. and Mrs. Zeon, dinner is ready.
Mr. Craig, if you're not busy, I hope you can stay and have dinner with us. We've prepared crabs today. Also, we can have some drinks and celebrate Melanie's divorce.
All right, I'll stay.
Hey, what was that? Don't you go away? We're having dinner now?
Why are you still here? You want to eat too? Nice try.
Hey, wait. Titus can also stay and have dinner with us.
Mom, what are you doing? He's such a loser. How could he eat with us?
Although you two are getting divorced, we should still let him have the last meal with us. Otherwise, people may say that we're not generous enough to him. We can let him leave after the dinner.
Okay, Mrs. Zeon is indeed generous. You do deserve to be the hostess of the family.
I'll just stay and see what tricks they're playing.
All right, it's getting late. Let's move to the dining room.
Titus, just look at these crabs. I'm afraid you'll never have them again in your life. When you leave the Zeon family, I'm afraid you will have to starve.
No, he won't starve. He could beg for food, at least. Am I right?
You're right, Mr. Craig. Begging is also a job. Also will allow you to be a beggar.
I believe that job is very suitable
for this loser.
Huh.
Come on, let's have a toast. This is for Melanie. She finally got rid of him and became single again. It's also for the fact that our family and Mr. Craig finally punished Titus. Come on, cheers.
Hello, Luke.
Hi, Mr. Craig. What can I do for you?
Who's in charge of the project belonging to the Zeon family?
Mr. Craig, those projects are worth less than $15 million. Their prices are too low. We didn't handle them ourselves. Instead, we gave them to an agent.
Who's the agent?
I remember it's a man, surnamed Chain.
Okay, tell that man to stop all his cooperation with the Zeon family immediately.
Yes.
Titus, are you kidding me? You want Mr. Chain to terminate his cooperation with us? Who do you think you are?
Loser, why don't you think before you bluff? I'm right here, but you want their agent to terminate the cooperation. What makes you think you can do it?
Yeah, just stop pretending.
You can do nothing but talk big here.
All right, let's continue. Come on. Cheers. Just ignore him.
Hello, Mr. Chain. I was about to call you to learn about the construction progress of the Heaven Tower. You happened to call me instead. We are truly tacit.
All right. Stop flattering me. I'm just calling to inform you that the Heaven Tower project is no longer yours. I'll let someone else take over.
John, what happened?
Nothing. Mr. Chain, this is quite unexpected. How about this? I'll find you tomorrow. Let's talk this out in person by then.
That's unnecessary.
Mr. Chain, why are you doing this? If you terminate the contract, you'll pay $3 million to us as a penalty fee.
That's not your concern. Why does your family have to offend the wrong person?
Mr. Chain. Hello? Mr. Chain?
John, what's wrong?
Uncle, we just lost the Heaven Tower project.
What? We have worked on that project for half a year. How could we have lost it?
I have no idea. He said that we've offended the wrong person.
It's not you, is it?
No way. It's just a coincidence. He's such a loser. How could he make that happen?
You're right. If he were really that capable, he wouldn't be a loser these years.
Let's just think. Who did we offend lately?
Mr. Craig, can you help us and ask Mr. Chain, which big shots exactly our family has offended? If we know it, we will make things right.
No problem. I know Mr. Chain well. I'll give him a call and ask him to resume his cooperation with you.
Thank you, Mr. Craig.
You're so manly, Mr. Craig.
This is no big deal. Hello, Mr. Chain. It's me, the son of the Craig Group, Titus. I'm calling to ask you to resume your cooperation with the Zeon family. Otherwise,
You really think any Craigs can boss me around?
I see. You want me to go over and talk about business in person, right? You want to treat me to dinner? All right then. I'll come over soon.
What are you talking about? What a weird man.
You'll also pick me up. You're almost here. Mr. Chain, you're so thoughtful. All right. I'll hang up.
Mr. Craig, judging from that phone call, I think the project is ours again.
Of course. How could Mr. Chain refuse me?
Silas, are you sure that Mr. Chain said yes to you?
Titus, what do you mean? You think Mr. Craig is a boastful man like you?
Yeah, I am from the Craig family. I'm even influential in Druvia, not to mention in a small place like Isolis.
Is that so?
I don't want to waste time on you. I must go find Mr. Chain and talk about business.
Thank you, Mr. Craig.
It's my pleasure.
Hey, Mr. Craig, I'll treat you to dinner later, and thank you for helping us survive this crisis.
Okay, I have to go now.
Drive safe.
Look, how much Mr. Craig is concerned about us.
It's all because of Melanie. Aunt, I hope Melanie and Mr. Craig can get married soon.
Thank you. If Mr. Craig really becomes my son-in-law, I will be more than happy.
I'm afraid you won't be happy at all.
What's that supposed to mean? Stop being sarcastic. I know you're regretting it, but I won't let you come back.
I'm not thinking about that. Melanie is such a skittish woman. I'll never take her back.
You get out of here.
I definitely will. But not now.
What a pretentious man. Titus, what exactly are you up to?
Mr. Zeon.
Mr. Zane, Ms. Watts, what are you doing here? How did you know? I've got crabs here. Come and have a taste.
Mr. Zeon, we're in great trouble. Don't mention crabs.
Are you here for the Heaven Tower? Don't worry. Mr. Craig has promised to solve that problem for us. I'm sure Mr. Chain will resume his cooperation with us soon.
But Mr. Zeon, we've lost half of our money in our corporate account.
Yeah, there's more. The corporate account is losing money now.
How is that possible? Didn't Mr. Craig say?
Mr. Zeon, how can you be so sure that Silas will help you with this?
Dad, don't listen to his nonsense. Mr. Craig will never deceive us.
Yes, Titus, do you think everyone is just as deceptive as you?
I guess you haven't learned it yet.
Titus, you think you're so smart, huh? You think you can always foresee our trouble.
Mr. Zeon, bad news. All the money in our corporate account is gone.
What?
Melanie, give Mr. Craig a call and ask him what happened.
Okay. Come on, pick it up. Mom, Mr. Craig didn't answer me.
He didn't help your family in your cooperation with Mr. Chain at all. He feels guilty. Of course, he wouldn't pick it up.
That's nonsense. Mr. Craig was just busy.
Call him again.
Okay. He's answering me.
You'll never give up until all your hope is gone.
Shut up. Hello, Mr. Craig. About...
Hi, Melanie. I'm still busy. I'll call you back later.
Hey. All right, I will leave you alone. See? I told you that Mr. Craig was busy. He wasn't feeling guilty at all.
Why hasn't he solved your problem yet?
It's such a big problem. How could he solve it so soon?
It's a small problem. I can handle it with one call.
No way.
If I can help you, Mr. Zeon, can you tell me what happened to Willow?
No way!
Bad news, Mr. Zeon. Our company's stock price has been plummeting.
Mr. Zeon, how are you gonna choose?
What do you want to know?
Where did Willow live 20 years ago?
In my hometown, a small village called Nasir.
I see. Frank, no wonder I couldn't find Willow and her mother. It turns out you hid them away.
Did she ever rescue a little boy who fell into the small pond at the village entrance?
Willow's mother did mention that to me, to save that boy. Willow also fell into the pond. She also got seriously sick later.
Okay, I've got it. Rest assured, Zeon family will be fine soon.
Dad, do you really believe her and that loser can help us through this crisis? What?
Yeah, he's just a loser. What can he do?
What else can I do except for believing him?
We still have Mr. Craig. He will help us.
I hope.
Mr. Craig, the Zeon family will return to normal soon.
Luke, please check Willow's whereabouts for me.
Sure.
I hope I can find her sooner.
Our stock price is rising.
Mr. Zeon, our money is coming back as well.
Uncle Frank, Mr. Chain just texted me and said the cooperation would continue.
Maybe Titus is indeed powerful. That can't be true.
He has been a loser in our home for 3 years? How could he be powerful? Maybe he got lucky again.
But he did say Mr. Chain would stop the cooperation with us. Then Mr. Chain called and stopped the cooperation. He said our family would be fine. Then our problem was really settled.
If he were really that powerful, why would he be a live-in son-in-law to us?
Maybe he came to pay us back.
Why? He even mistook Melanie for Willow. I think he just came to steal our property. But unexpectedly, we never let him take charge of any business when he got here. He endured it for 3 years. Now that Mr. Craig is here, he has no chance. So he lied to us and asked for a divorce.
Yeah, Mom, I think it must be Mr. Craig helped us this time. I'll give him a call and thank him. Hello, Mr. Craig. Thank you for persuading Mr. Chain to resume his cooperation with us. Our family crisis is now settled, finally.
Okay, yeah, I did talk to him.
I knew it. That was impressive, Mr. Craig.
No problem. I'm glad I could help Melanie.
Thanks again. All right, I'll treat you to dinner later, and thanks for what you've done for us. Thanks again. All right, I'll treat you to dinner later, and thanks for what you've done for us.
I can't let you do that. I will. Take you to have dinner in the Empire Hotel some other day. Make it up to you for last time.
Thank you, but you don't have to.
You deserve a good meal. Melanie, I'm a bit busy now, so I have to go. See you another day.
Of course.
I knew it. Titus only got lucky. Today, the one who really helped us is indeed Mr. Craig.
What if Mr. Craig lied to us?
Mr. Craig is such a noble man. How could he lie to us?
Yeah. Titus is such a liar. I had enough of him. Melanie, you should divorce him right away.
Yeah, now that Mr. Craig is making a hit in Ultimo, you should get rid of that loser. Then you can be with Mr. Craig.
You're right. I will call Titus right away and ask him to finish the divorce procedures.
What if Titus refuses you?
We'll go with you and force him to go through the divorce procedures.
Yeah. We can also bring Mr. Craig along. You can break up in front of him.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Well, I'm finally free.
Did you finish it?
Yes, Mom.
That was wise of you.
You think your daughter is some kind of treasure?
Titus, you'd better remember that. Don't beg for mercy later.
That's not gonna happen.
Since Melanie has no relationship with this loser now, Mrs. Zeon, can you let me have Melanie? I promise to love her.
Mr. Craig, are you saying you will marry Melanie?
Heh.
Stop that. Even if Melanie is divorced now, she still has many admirers.
Will you marry me?
Mr. Craig, you...
Melanie, I know that you've suffered a lot when you were with him in the last 3 years, but don't worry. I will cherish you, bring you happiness, and make you a rich lady who everyone envies. Please marry me.
Melanie, what are you waiting for? Say yes. Come on.
Melanie, say yes to him.
You two can't even wait a little.
Just beat it. You and Melanie are divorced. Now, stop. Prevent her from pursuing her happiness. Melanie, come on. Say yes. Mr. Craig is a perfect match for you.
Mr. Craig, you'll have to offer a fortune as a wedding gift if you want to marry me.
Rest assured, Melanie, I can give you whatever you want. This ring used to belong to a Fallon queen. It's a ruby ring. Let me put it on you.
Hey, hold your horses. Tell me how much you've prepared for my wedding gift.
Yeah, Melanie's wedding gift must be worth at least $150 million.
Don't worry, Mrs. Zeon. I won't offer less than that. When Melanie becomes my wife, all their property will be mine.
150 million? You can't possibly believe what this imposter said.
Are you jealous?
Don't flatter yourself. I just find what you're doing repulsive.
Titus, you're just being jealous.
Of what?
When you married Melanie, you couldn't even rent a wedding dress. I, on the other hand, used a ring that belonged to a fallen queen to propose to Melanie. How could you not be jealous?
Don't be so full of yourself. I have plenty of things like that. I just didn't want to give her...
That's easy for you to say. What do you have? Why don't you show us?
Okay. I'll show you later. Luke, get all the jewelry over. Oh.
Titus, how could you have any jewelry? Let's just see what kind of crap this loser will offer.
Just ignore him. Melanie, why don't you accept my proposal in front of this loser?
Okay, Mr. Craig, let's find an auspicious date and get married.
Okay, I'll choose a good date and give you a fancy wedding.
Great, that's icing on the cake.
Titus, look at this ring. Mr. Craig just gave me a ruby ring that used to belong to a Fallon queen. When we got married, what did you give me?
All of the Fallon Queen's rings are displayed in the Fallon Museum.
What do you know, loser?
Yeah, you must have never seen a ruby ring before?
That ring is a knockoff.
All right, stop being a know-it-all. I even feel embarrassed for you.
Let's see who's going to be embarrassed.
Titus, I think you're just trying to ruin my relationship with her and make Melanie reject my proposal.
I guess you still love me.
If I hadn't mistaken you for Willow, who actually saved my life, I wouldn't have married you.
If you hadn't married me back then, I would have had this ruby ring a long time ago.
You're cherishing a knockoff. Melanie, you're such a fool.
How could Mr. Craig fool me with a knockoff? I think you can't afford it. So you're jealous of him?
That ring is indeed a knockoff.
Who are you? Why did you say this ring is a knockoff?
Mr. Quinn, the famous lapidary.
That was sharp of you.
Mr. Craig, is this ring really a knockoff?
No, I didn't know that, Melanie. That merchant must have tricked me.
Silas, I never expected you to propose with a fake ring. How could you?
That's not true, Melanie. Let me explain.
Haha, what a show. What a great show.
Even if Mr. Craig gave me a knockoff, I don't care. You didn't even give me anything.
Mr. Craig. Mr. Craig.
Did you get everything ready?
Yes. Here's everything you wanted.
Okay, you can go now, can you, Teen?
Yes.
Melanie, didn't you say you've never seen them? Here, have a good look.
These things look so valuable. How much could they be worth?
These items are all priceless rarities. They're worth billions of dollars.
What? Billions of dollars? You must be joking with us!
How could this loser have such expensive things?
Yeah. Maybe they're all knockoffs.
What a bunch of fools.
But Mr. Quinn has appraised jewelry for decades and never made a mistake. How could he be wrong?
Titus, what's going on here? Where did you get all that money?
That's not your concern.
Isn't it the Heim bracelet that was auctioned off at last week's auction? How did you get it?
I bought it, of course. I have many more like these.
Chime bracelet. Is this the bracelet that is worth $300 million in the news?
Yes. Now, which do you like better? These jewels? Or the fake ring?
You're doing this on purpose.
Yes. I just want to show you what your family will miss out on getting rid of me.
Well, how unfortunate.
Titus, you've been a freeloader in our family for 3 years. You didn't even give me a wedding gift. You should compensate me now.
You think you deserve that?
Why not? We've been a couple for 3 years no matter what. You should compensate me.
Yes, you're rich now. So you want to dump Melanie, huh?
Yeah. You should compensate Melanie for the time she wasted on you.
I've already compensated you a long time ago. These are my gifts for Willow.
What? Willow? What's going on?
I knew it. Melanie was right. You did have an affair with that wretch.
You're giving these treasures to that wretch?
Shut up. You don't get to cuss, Willow. Luke, take them away. Let's go.
Yeah.
You haven't given me a gift yet? How could you leave already?
Yeah. You stayed with us for 3 years. Why can't you give us some gifts?
You're demanding gifts? How shameless, huh? Come on. Let's give them to Willow.
How ungrateful.
Well, I was wondering why the birds kept chirping outside this morning. It turns out we have a guest here. Willow, get the menu.
Yes, Miss Hall.
So this is Willow. It seems that she has suffered a lot in these years.
What are you doing, Willow? Sir, would you like to order now?
That's okay. Just get me the most expensive dish you have here.
No problem. Willow, go get the dish.
This man will be ripped off by Ms. Hall. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Hey, how could you be so clumsy? You can't even do your job well. Since you offended our guest, you'll lose this month's salary.
Stop. Ma'am, I'll pay for the food. Don't be hard on her.
Well, thank you then. It's $150.
This is only boiled cabbage, you. How could you charge so much? You think I'll buy that?
Sir, let me tell you, this isn't any ordinary cabbage.
Really? How so?
This dish is a famous cuisine that only royals can have. Not everyone can afford to have it. I let the chef make this dish for you only because you look rich.
That's absurd. I've never seen a fraud like you.
What? You're driving such a nice car, but you can't afford this meal? You're not pretending to be rich, are you?
Sir, don't listen to her. She's just lying.
You wretch. Shut up.
How you dare.
You want to stop me? Let me tell you. This girl is born to be cheap. I have to beat her.
Don't you dare beat her.
Willow, you're good. I can't believe you've already hooked up with this man.
Let me warn you. Watch your mouth.
Sir, for your information, this isn't the first time this girl to hit on guests here. I just don't want you to be fooled as well.
That's nonsense. I never did that.
If you hadn't fooled around with other men, why did your fiancé dump you?
He dumped me for another woman. Also, that dish isn't even worth $2.
Hey you, how dare you defy me? I'm teaching my employee a lesson. Please stay out of this. Or you'll also be implicated.
What, you want to beat her? If you do it, I'll smash this place.
Don't try to scare me. My restaurant has been here for over 10 years now. No one can scare me before. I think you're just trying to avoid the bill here.
Are you mad at failing to extort money?
Get out. Get out. Out. I don't want you here. Get out of here. You get out as well. I can't believe you lived on me, but helped him.
I want my wages.
You ruined my plan. Still want your wages? Nice try. You shouldn't have.
Cheated others in the first place. How could you punish me for it?
Don't push your luck.
You still want to beat her?
Who do you think you are? How dare you meddle with this? If you stop me again, I'll beat you too.
Stop! You've got some nerve to get rough with Mr. Craig.
What? What do you want?
What do you think?
If you want to continue to own this little restaurant, you have to pay her. Otherwise, I'll let them smash this place.
Fine. I'll pay.
Thank you for helping me. Oh, what's your name?
I forgot to tell you, I'm Titus. Do you remember me? It's me. You saved me from drowning in that pond, huh?
Oh, it's you.
Willow, I've been looking for you all these years just to pay you back for what you've done for me.
It was really no big deal. Okay, I have to go now.
Hey, Willow.
What's wrong?
I'm actually here, specifically for you.
What are those?
These are the wedding gifts I prepared for you. It's been so many years, and I finally found you. Willow, please marry me.
Why are you proposing to me? I don't really know you, not to mention.
Hey, Willow. Willow. Hurry. To the hospital. How is she, doctor? Is she all right?
Mr. Craig, this lady caught a serious cold in her childhood, but didn't recover from it, so she's still suffering from it. Also, she has anemia because of long-term malnutrition, so she has to be taken good care of. Otherwise, I'm afraid she won't live long.
What should we do?
Diet therapy should work. Also, let her rest well. Don't provoke her.
Okay. Thank you, doctor.
You're welcome, Mr. Craig. I'll get out of your hair now. If you have any questions, let me know.
Okay. What was I thinking? My sudden proposal to her must have scared her. That's why she fainted. It seems that I have to take it slow. Willow, I'm sorry to keep you waiting all this long.
What did you do to me?
Nothing.
Pervert!
Hey, let me explain. Willow, please let me explain.
Titus, what are you doing here?
Why do you care where I am?
We don't, however. You should be banned by now and couldn't make a penny. How could you afford to stay in a luxury suite at the Palace Hotel? You didn't steal from the Zeon family, did you?
Maybe you've skimped on the grocery money we gave you.
Melanie, don't you think before you speak?
You
really think I'm still the pushover? You could bully as you want, I'm telling you. It's impossible.
You're a thief. How could you be so arrogant?
Do you think I'll care about their grocery money?
Titus, you say you've paid for the luxury suite for a year, right? The money you've stolen could only afford that room for a night. How could you afford to live here for a year?
I don't want to waste time on you. Someone is bothering me. Send your men to handle it.
He's getting help. I'm a VIP client of this hotel. When the hotel staff come, I'll let them get you and that woman out of here together.
I'm afraid you'll be kicked out of here later.
Titus, didn't you tell me you had no mistress? Then who is she?
Not everyone is the same filthy as you. She's my friend.
Friend? You two got out of the hotel room in the early morning. What kind of friend is she?
You don't even need to ask. A A friend with benefits, of course.
Hey, watch your mouth. I'm not someone you can mess with now. Listen up. If you dare to offend me, there'll be a consequence.
You loser. Dares to threaten me. I must be right about that. And now you're salty.
Since you say she's not a friend with benefits, then explain to me clearly why you two got out of the room in the early morning.
I don't have to explain it to you.
But I think you're too guilty to explain. How dare you use my money to cheat on me? You're so shameless.
Mr. Craig, what do you need?
Aren't you the owner of this hotel, Mr. Wood? Why are you here? Anyway, you're just in time. Kick that thief out of here now.
How dare you say Mr. Craig is a thief? You are tired of living.
Mr. Wood, are you mistaken? I'm Mr. Craig, the VIP here.
Guards, kick this idiot out of here.
What are you doing?
Mr. Craig is a VVIP of our hotel. I know him very well. Get out of here now.
Mr. Wood, are you serious? He used to be a freeloader, some of our family. How can he be a VVIP of the Palace Hotel? Are you mistaken, or what?
I'm sure. Mr. Craig is a VVIP of our hotel indeed. I won't be wrong about that.
Titus, did you run off with the money from my family?
Melanie, don't flatter yourself or your family.
If you didn't steal our money, how can you afford a room in the Palace Hotel, let alone being a VVIP here?
Wow, Melanie. Why didn't I find it before? You were so ignorant. Mr. Wood, please give Ms. Zeon an introduction of what qualifications required of being a VVIP of the Palace Hotel.
Only customers who have consumed over $15 million in our hotel can become VVIP here.
Did you hear that? $15 million is almost 10 times more than Zeon family's assets. Do you still think I stole money from you?
$15 million? A socialite? You're just a freeloader. You must have stolen the membership card.
Let's go.
Stop there. Willow, why is it you, the wretch? Wonderful. A freeloader is now with a love child. You two are a perfect match.
Melanie, watch your mouth.
So what if I don't? Her mother is a wretch, and so is she.
Enough.
Not yet. Willow, why didn't you go to hell with your immoral mother?
Melanie, I'm warning you. Don't insult my mother.
So what? She was a damn homewrecker. Damn, how dare you slap me? You...
Stay away from Willow. Guards, kick them out.
Titus, Willow, let's wait and see. You'll pay for this.
Please leave. Let's not do this the hard way.
I know it. Stop pushing me.
Melanie, wait for me.
Were you frightened just now?
No worries. I'm not that weak. Yesterday.
No. Yesterday, nothing happened. Really? Yesterday you fainted. Somehow. I don't know where you live, so I brought you here. After we arrived, you were sleeping all the time, and I was guarding you and fell asleep. Every word is true.
I said nothing. Don't panic.
I'm afraid you'll get me wrong.
You're a rich man. How can you be interested in me? A bumpkin. I don't mean to flatter myself. This morning, I was kind of shocked, so I slapped you.
In fact, you're pretty. Maybe with a stylish look, you'll look better. Anyway, I'm glad you don't get me wrong.
Thanks for helping me last night.
That's all right. You helped me before.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Willow Zeon.
Okay. I'm Titus Craig. Nice to meet you. Willow, you saved my life back then. I have to pay you back. Willow, you'll be my wife sooner or later. Oh, right, Willow. What are you going to do next? Are you going back home?
No, but my mother was wronged as a mistress until she passed away. For her, I have to go back.
When will you go back?
At Melanie's engagement party. Everyone will be there, so I'll prove her innocence there. I want to tell everyone my mother was the original wife, not a home wrecker.
I'll go there too. We can go together.
But you may be judged.
I'm used to it. Plus, when the truth comes out, it'll be great to see the Zeon family being humiliated.
Thank you, Titus.
Mr. Craig, I've prepared a gift for the Zeon family, which cost around $3 million.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Will you go there in this outfit?
What's wrong? Any problem?
It's so uncool.
I'm going there for a fight, not for a blind date. Why do I have to dress up?
To humiliate the Zeon family. Think about it. You'll go to Melanie's engagement party and outshine her. The Zeon family will feel so humiliated.
You have a point there. but I have no other clothes.
No worries. I'll make you the most shining lady at the venue. Luke, please prepare Willow a nice dress now and send it here. Right, the dress has to be shining enough to draw everyone's attention. You look so pretty. That's it. Let's go to the engagement party and make a scene.
Okay.
Congratulations, Ms. Zeon and Mr. Craig. I wish you two a happy marriage. Congrats, Mrs. Zeon. You've got a great son-in-law.
Thank you, Mr. Zane. Please go inside.
Oh, my goodness. Who is driving such a fancy car?
It goes without saying. It must be Silas's friend. Right, Silas?
I suppose so.
Oh, Silas, no need to be so modest. Here, you're the only one to have friends who can afford the fancy car. It's Melanie's honor to marry you.
Oh, yeah?
Then, Mr. Silas, please introduce your friend to us later as businessmen. We need to get contacted with people like him.
Okay, no problem.
Look, someone gets off.
Hey, Silas, what's wrong with you?
Oh, nothing.
What a hussy.
But Silas, why does your friend look so familiar?
I'm just having a new look, but you can't recognize me?
He's Titus, the loser.
What? You freeloader can come here and rented a fancy car? You almost tricked me.
Exactly, yeah. Hey, you've spent all your money on it, right? She looks pretty anyway.
John, don't you know me?
You're Willow?
Impossible. Willow is so tacky. How can she become so pretty?
Thank you.
Today, Melanie and Silas are getting engaged. Why do you bring the bumpkin here?
I want to do nothing but enjoy myself here.
Fine. For old time's sake, you can stay here, but she will not be allowed to go inside. She may bring shame to our Zeon family.
She's also a guest. Mrs. Zeon, you can't shut your guest out of the door, right?
Humph. She's not a guest, but a love child.
Melanie, it's been so many years, but you and your mother are still so vulgar.
You. Willow, I didn't expect you to be the same beggar as you were before, who liked collecting my rubbish. You used to collect my old clothes. When you grow up, you like the man I dumped. Humph, you're incredible.
You two are a perfect couple. Good for you, anyway.
Why are you standing here? All the guests are waiting. Hurry up. Don't keep them waiting. Willow, where have you been all those years? I've been looking for you.
You're not my father.
It's all my fault.
Hey, Frank, are you insane? This is Melanie's engagement party, but you're acting like a good father here. Do you want the entire city to know this love child is back? You can lose face, but Melanie can't.
Dad, are you trying to give me a hard time on purpose?
Melanie, wait for me.
The guests are all awaiting. We should get inside now.
Willow, if you have anything to say after Melanie's engagement party, we can talk about it. Since you're here, go inside and have a meal together.
What? Are you moved?
Not your concern.
Here's to everyone. Thank you all for attending Melanie and Silas engagement party.
Mr. Zeon, congrats. Silas, show us the wedding gifts. I've heard you prepared so many wedding gifts for Melanie. We can't wait to see them.
Okay, hold on. Bring them here. Two jade bangles, a villa in Druvia, and $80 million in cash. I hope you will like them.
Thank you so much. You are so generous. Melanie is lucky to marry you.
Yes, Mrs. Zeon. A villa in Druvia worth more than $100 million. The jade bangles and the cash, all the wedding gifts are worth over $300 million. Silas, your family is filthy rich.
Oh, Silas, have a seat. Don't stand there. Have a seat.
Please.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're free to go.
Oh, Silas, you're so cool.
How is it? Do you like the gifts?
Yes, I'd like them so much. From now on, I'll be all yours.
Come on, let's raise the glasses and wish Melanie and Silas a happy marriage.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Titus, did you see that? Silas is way better than you, loser.
Titus, isn't he the freeloader? I didn't expect the Zeon family to invite him over.
Well, after all, he was a member of the Zeon family. For the old time's sake, we invited him to come over and have fun. It's not a big deal.
Mrs. Zeon is so broad-minded.
Titus, why do you stay silent? Are you mute now?
What do you want me to say?
I want you to admit you have nothing to compare with Silas.
Melanie, are you not?
Titus, shut your damn mouth. I invite you to come to my engagement party and send Melanie so many wedding gifts because I want to tell you, Melanie deserves the whole world.
Silas, I'm so moved that I can't say a word now.
Melanie, you don't need to say anything. I know you.
Alas, I'm even touched. Then I wish you lovebirds a long and happy marriage.
Okay. Since you're so tactful, I'll allow you to have a meal. After that, get out of here right away.
Melanie, we can't let him leave like that. That's too merciful for him.
Oh yeah, he's supposed to send us a gift. Titus, where's your gift?
How can he afford a gift? I'm afraid he has spent all his money renting the car.
Oh yeah, why didn't I find you were so vain before? To put on airs, you rented a fancy car and stole the membership card.
I don't care what you're thinking, and I don't need to prove myself to you.
We're right about that, so you have nothing to say, right?
No need to waste time on him. Titus, if you want to have a meal here, you gotta send us a gift. If you don't, you and the woman need to go away.
Are you blind? I've sent you a gift?
Oh, I know it. I'll go find it.
Titus, I'm warning you. All the guests present are rich businessmen, and they all sent us valuable gifts. We can't tolerate you fooling us with a piece of trash.
Melanie, do you think everyone is as ill-mannered as you?
Stop putting on airs. Do you even have manners?
Oh, I found it. Guess what gift Titus has sent you? A brooch.
What? Such a cheap thing? Dear me, you're unbelievable.
Let me check the price tag. Oh my god, it's worth so much.
Are you mistaken, or what?
It's true.
Where did you steal it?
I bought it myself.
You're just a freeloader. How can you have so much money?
Don't ask if you don't trust me. You can throw it away.
Seemingly, Titus is something. I'd better not to offend him.
All right. We've seen the gift. Let's dig in then.
Hey, what are you doing?
You wretch, how dare you mess with Melanie here? You're so rude. I shouldn't have allowed you to come in.
Speaking of manners, no one is ruder than Melanie. She's such a meanie. You've raised such a polite daughter.
You! Mom, look at her.
You ill-mannered wretch.
No, sit down, please. Willow, you don't have to be mad at the petty-minded girl. I'll take you to eat whatever you want.
Hey, who do you call petty-minded? She is just a love child. I'm kind enough to let her sit at the table.
Enough, Melanie. Do you have to make a scene over such a trifle on your big day?
Gee, it's just a dish. If you like it, you can have it all.
Hey, what do you mean?
Titus, listen up. It's a big day for me and Melanie. If you keep causing a scene here, there will be a consequence.
Melanie is the one who keeps causing a scene, isn't she?
She's just a wretch. So what if I cuss her?
Willow is my girl, and I'm supposed to stand up for her?
Your girl?
What? Both of you losers have colluded to make a scene here, right?
No, don't get us wrong.
I don't care what you two want to do, but if you make a scene here again, I'll kick you out.
If I don't want to leave, no one can kick me out.
Damn, you want to fight with me, right? Fine. I'll ask the guards to drag you out now.
Enough. Stop arguing. Do you want to make us a joke before everyone?
Titus, sit down then. They are all watching us.
I've heard Frank has an illegitimate daughter. I thought it was fake news, but it's real.
Tell me about it. As far as I know, Mrs. and Mr. Zeon always quarrel because of her.
Titus and Melanie were married for 3 years. He didn't dare to say anything before them. But today, he dares to make a scene here.
I'm not sure about that. but seemingly Titus is something.
Greetings, Mr. Zane. Please have a seat.
Gee, the Lord of Altamo is here. Silas is something indeed.
Exactly. Since Melanie and Silas are engaged, it's a blessing to our Zeon family, too.
Sorry for late. Work kept me busy.
Mr. Zane, it doesn't matter. It's already our honor to have you here.
Oh, I'm so flattered.
Loser, open your eyes wide. This is the Lord of Altamo. If it weren't for the sake of Silas, lowly losers like you would never have a chance to meet him in person.
Oh, the Lord of Altamo. So amazing.
Titus, are you insane? He is the Lord of Altamon. We can't bear to mess with him.
No worries, Willow. I'm just curious.
Titus, how dare you disrespect the Lord of Altamo? Do you want to be banished?
Loser, you must be tired of living. How dare you offend the Lord of Altamo?
Oops, he'll be sorry.
Oh, I wonder what job Mr. Craig does.
Ignore him. He is no more than a freeloader.
Let me tell you again. I wasn't abandoned by you, but I left there myself.
Don't think you can be so arrogant, since you left our Zeon family.
Greetings, Mr. Craig. I'm sorry for not recognizing you. Please forgive me.
Mr. Zane, what are you doing? He is just a freeloader from the Zeon family.
Right, Mr. Zane. You don't have to. Be so respectful to him.
You know nothing. I'm just doing what I should do. It's none of your business.
It's okay, Mr. Zane.
Mr. Craig, I didn't expect to meet you at a small engagement party. What an honor.
He even deserves Mr. Zane's much respect. He must be someone big.
Right. I'm wondering what his background.
Mr. Zane, our Zeon family is kind of well known in Altamo. We're kind enough to let Loser come to my engagement party.
By thunder, are you Silas's fiancée? You are so ill-mannered.
Melanie is such a fool to offend Mr. Zane. Forget it. I have to away from her. Mr. Zane, it's a misunderstanding.
My daughter is right. Although you're the Lord of Altamo, you can't look down upon our Zeon family.
Stay out of it.
How dare you? Since Silas insisted on inviting me to attend this party, I came here today. But I didn't expect you to be so rude. I have nothing to say.
Gee, Mr. Zane, you wronged us.
Mr. Craig, I have some work to do, but I'll visit you next time.
That's all right, Mr. Zane. See you.
Mr. Zane, the new project.
The new project? You found yourself. Such a bold fiancé who dares to offend Mr. Craig. I'm afraid you won't get the project.
Titus, how can you know Mr. Zane?
Titus, who the hell are you on Earth? Why is Mr. Zane so respectful to you?
It has nothing to do with your Zeon family.
Melanie, are you stupid or what? I managed to invite Mr. Zane, but you dared to offend him.
No, please listen to me. It's all Titus's fault.
Stop it. Because of you, I've lost 2 projects today. Since your Zeon family even dared to disrespect Mr. Zane, our Craig family is unqualified to unite with you by marriage.
Please listen to me, Silas.
Save your breath. I'm so humiliated by you today. I need to reconsider our engagement.
Silas, where are you going?
Behave yourselves then. Take the gifts. Let's go.
Hey, Silas, why do you take all the gifts back? Silas!
Does Silas want to cancel the engagement?
Stop talking nonsense. Silas just sent me the wedding gifts. He won't cancel our engagement.
Then why does he take all the gifts back?
He's afraid you will steal them.
Ms. Zeon, don't be so ridiculous. I'm not only a shareholder of Zeon Group, but also an agent of the Craig family of Druvia in Altamo. I've seen so many treasures before. Why do I have to be a thief?
You were even jealous of me when you saw my wedding gifts.
Don't flatter yourself. You're unbelievable.
Ms. Watts, please calm down. Melanie isn't against you. She's talking about Titus, the loser. He did the same thing before. It's normal that Silas and Melanie are worried about that, right, Melanie?
Yeah.
She didn't mean it. Please forgive her.
It's all their fault. If they hadn't caused a scene here, nothing would happen.
What do I have to do with it? Melanie, you just got a taste of your own medicine. Willow, let's go.
Hold on. Where are you going? You've ruined my engagement party. You have to make it up to me.
Oh yeah, don't leave just like that.
Willow, wait a moment. I'll be right back. This matter is just a warning. If you dare to hurt Willow again, there will be a harsh consequence.
Gee. It's unbelievable.
How dare the loser threaten us?
They ruined my engagement party. Let's wait and see. I won't let you off the hook.
Sorry, the number you dialed is busy now.
Why didn't Silas answer my call? No way. I have to ask him in person.
Hey, who are you? This is Craig Group. No outsiders are allowed to go inside.
How dare you? Get in my way. Do you know who I am? Step aside.
Who the hell are you? Mr. Craig has said, expect for the employees, the others must have his permission to go inside.
Do you see it? Mr. Craig gave the ring to me. I'm his fiancé.
To get in the Craig Group, you are even bluffing. As far as I know, Mr. Craig isn't engaged to anyone. Get out of here now. Don't make me.
Give him a phone call, and then you'll know.
Okay, I'll call him now. If you don't leave after that, don't blame me for being rude. Hello, Mr. Craig. There's a woman claiming she's your fiancé and asking to see you. You...
Melanie, the woman is so stupid and stubborn. Drive her away.
Okay.
How about now? Can I go inside now?
Hey, what are you doing? He doesn't want to see you. Get out of here.
No way. Call him again. Maybe you didn't make yourself clear.
He doesn't want to see you. Stop making a scene here, or I'll teach you a lesson.
Mom, Silas refuses to see me.
He's so unbelievable. You two are engaged. How can he do this to you?
That's because Willow, that wretch, steals Silas away from me.
You are the most beautiful girl in Altamo. How can Silas be interested in that bumpkin?
He wasn't into her before, but at my engagement party that day, Willow looked so pretty. The moment Silas saw her, he was attracted to her.
What a hussy. She's not different from her shameless mother. Melanie, the wretch is close to Titus. You and Silas ran into them once in the hotel, right? In my opinion, Silas won't be interested in a woman who has hooked up with the loser.
But I was also Titus's wife before.
That doesn't count. You didn't allow him to enter your room. Willow has nothing to compare with you.
Willow has been working in Silas' new company now.
Aren't you mistaken?
No, not at all. I saw it with my own eyes.
That wretch is trying to steal our family properties, but also your fiancé. She's so shameless.
What are we gonna do? If we wait any longer, that wretch will steal everything from me.
Not a chance. I've had a plan. This time I'll definitely make her suffer.
Hi, gorgeous.
What do you want?
Alas, Mom, what are we waiting for?
The news of Willow being dealt with.
We should have done that before. How dare she try to steal my money and fiancé? Mom, you're the best.
You're my only daughter. I want to give you the whole world.
Right, Mom. What will happen to Willow?
Anyway, after tonight, Willow won't be able to show up before us again.
What do you want?
Well, I just want to draw something on your face.
Hey, hold your horses. How can you be so rude to a beauty? It will be a pity to disfigure her face. How about we have some fun first? Go after her.
Help, help.
You're quite good at running. You can't run away now.
What the crap? Get down to business.
Damn, you wretch.
I'll stop him. You deal with her.
How dare you hurt my girl? Let go of her. Maybe I can spare you, Weeze.
You two, jackass. How dare you?
Willow, are you all right?
Titus, thank you.
Willow. Luke.
Yes, Mr. Craig.
I'll take Willow away first. You take care of the rest.
Yes.
Make them tell who asked them to do so.
Okay. You want to say it yourselves? Or do you need some help? Break their damn legs.
I'll say it.
We'll tell you everything. Please spare us.
Say it.
It's Diane from the Zeon family. She gave us much money to disfigure Willow's face.
Yes, she even asked us to marry Willow to an old man in the poor area.
All you said is true.
Yes, yes. We don't dare to lie to you.
Yes, yes.
I'll give you a chance to make it right. Do me a favor. After that, I'll give you a big deal of money.
No problem. What's that?
Mr. Craig, I've asked the two gangsters to pick a fight with Diane.
She keeps hurting Willow over and over again. Afraid that is not enough to vent my anger.
Mr. Craig, what's your plan?
Ask Ms. Watts, the agent in Ultimo, to see me. I want to surprise the Zeon family. You're awake. Are you hungry?
It's the first time that someone has stood up for me.
If you like, I'll stand up for you all my life.
Because I saved you?
It's not just out of gratitude. Willow, I'm truly in love with you. If possible, I'd like you to marry me.
I'm tired. Please leave. I'm sorry, Titus. My own life is a mess right now, and I don't want you to worry about me anymore.
Mr. Craig, she's...
Aren't you the husband the Zeon family cast aside?
Shut up! This is the Mr. Craig. How dare you disrespect him, Ms. Watts? Don't you want your position as Altamo's general agent?
I was just too shocked. Please forgive me, Mr. Craig. I didn't mean to disrespect you.
And I'm not blaming you, Ms. Watts.
Thank you, Mr. Craig. But what did you call me here for?
It's $300 million. I need you to do something for me.
300 million? Mr. Craig, go ahead and ask. I'll get it done.
Mom, wake up. It's already daylight. Did they finish off Willow or not?
Why haven't we heard anything from these idiots all night?
Then hurry up and ask them how far they've gotten.
How's the job going?
You old hag, you've doomed us.
Have you sold Willow to the remote poor area?
Sold her? Willow has such a powerful backer. You actually had us go to heavens.
Offending Willow means offending the big shot behind her. I don't think it'll be long before your Zeon family is finished.
What are you talking about? She's just a love child. What kind of backer could she have? I think you guys just failed to do the job and are shifting the blame.
Whether it's nonsense or not, you'll know soon enough. Now hurry up and pay us for the emotional damages.
You didn't get the job done, and you want compensation? You wish.
If you want to back out, fine. You can pay with something else.
What are you doing? Be careful, or the Zeon family will make you leave Ultimo.
Offending Willow means offending the big shot behind her. I don't think it'll be long before your Zeon family is finished.
Stop talking to this woman. Just do it?
Hey, what are you doing?
The data is declining a bit.
I'm afraid it's not suitable for you to stay here. Now, Ms. Watts is the largest shareholder of the Zeon Group, so shouldn't you give up your position?
What are you talking about? Don't you want to keep your job?
John, now that the Zeon family has experienced a change in leadership, what am I afraid of the former employer's nephew?
Looking for a fight, huh?
John? Ms. Watts, our Zeon family has no grudge against you. Why are you doing this?
Your wife is the one to blame. She offended a big shot. That big figure is really serious this time.
Who is it?
I can't tell you. You should ask your wife about it. Mr. Zeon, please stand up. This place is no longer the Zeon family.
Uncle Frank.
Fine, let's head back home.
Yes, hurry back. Before Zeon Group hasn't gone bankrupt, go back to your home and enjoy your big villa. Who knows, you might not get the chance later.
You're a shareholder, right?
I hold 5% of the shares.
With $300 million, can you become the largest shareholder of the Zeon family?
No problem. But what should I do afterward?
Kick the Zeon family members out of Zeon Group.
Don't worry, Mr. Craig. I'll make sure to get them out of Zeon Group. I'll help you let off some steam.
Take care.
A small family like the Zeon family could never make me angry. They shouldn't hurt Willow.
I see.
Willow is my bottom line. Since Diane has challenged me, I'll definitely teach them a lesson.
Willow is lucky to have made Mr. Craig go out of his way for her.
What are you doing? Don't take that.
It's an antique vase. If you break it, you can't afford to pay for it. Put it down, put it down.
You want us to stop? Fine, pay up. Otherwise...
This is quite valuable.
Who are you, causing trouble in my house?
Frank.
Dad,
The Zeon family's head is back. Your wife and daughter owe me money. What do you say?
How much do they owe you?
$1 million.
$1 million. You two lowlifes. It's already generous to give you $10,000.
You filthy wretch! You insult me! Be careful! We'll scratch your face and sell you to old men!
Great idea. We can do what they asked us to do with Willow.
What?
Brilliant.
I'm the Zeon family's daughter. I want to be a wealthy young lady.
Give them the money. Let them leave.
Mr. Zeon is still reasonable.
Mrs. Zeon, if you have such tasks, remember to call us. Mr. Craig.
Has everything been taken care of?
Yes, following Luke's instructions, we caused a big scene at the Zeon villa, and even exposed, in front of Mr. Zeon, what Diane had us do to Willow.
Great. There's $1 million. This is your reward.
Thank you, Mr. Craig. Let's go.
Frank, the fate of the Zeon family depends on your attitude toward Willow.
You two, what have you done behind my back?
Frank, Melanie and I have been bullied by others. You didn't comfort us, and now you're questioning us. I was a fool back then to marry you.
And Diane, the company, went bankrupt because of you. Aren't you going to tell us who you offended?
It must be the big shot behind Willow who did this.
Looks like both of them are telling the truth. Did you really cause trouble to Willow?
So what if we did? That wretch not only took away Melanie's inheritance, but also stole her fiancé.
What a family tragedy. You've really disappointed me.
You've always favored her.
Everything you've had since you were little, Willow never had. Now, when I want to be nice to her, you're using such vile tactics. Looks like I've been too lenient with you.
I'm not the one who made a mistake. It's Willow.
Reflect on your behavior at home. Now, I need to meet the shareholders of the Zeon family to see how we can save the company.
Mom, Dad really seems angry.
It's fine. Once the company is back on track, he will calm down.
Our family won't go bankrupt, right?
Your dad has good relationships with those shareholders. This is just a temporary setback. It'll pass.
That's good. I don't want to end up as a fallen rich girl. Hey, do you think the big shot behind Willow could be Silas?
Impossible.
Who could it be?
Hey, Melanie. Why not go talk to Silas and see if he can help? He's well connected, and he should be able to help our family like he did before.
Mom, I haven't seen Silas in ages.
What? Doesn't he want to see you?
No, it's the security guard at his company. He doesn't believe I'm Silas's fiancé and doesn't let me in every time.
I'll go with you. Let me see which foolish guard is stopping you. I'll make sure he knows his place. Also that Silas, he should at least make time to see you, no matter how busy he is.
Go.
Ugh, why are you coming here again? You're a pretty girl, but you have no shame, huh?
You better watch your tone. I'm telling you, my daughter will be your future Mrs. Craig.
Enough with the bragging. There's no your daughter's fiancé. You better leave now.
Wait. You foolish guard. You don't know who we are.
Hey, what's going on? Stop right there.
Listen, my daughter will have you fired for treating her like this when she meets Mr. Craig.
Melanie, what are you doing here?
What's it to you? This is my fiancé's company. I can come and go as I please.
All right, go ahead. I need to get to work.
Wait, what's so great about that? Once I see my fiancé, I'll have him throw you out.
Are you gonna see Mr. Craig?
Of course I am. Mr. Craig misses me so much. He's been asking me to come over and meet him, so I have to come.
Well, hope you don't end up leaving with tears.
What are you huffing about? As an employee, shouldn't you lead me? Your boss's future wife?
Where to?
Of course, to meet your boss, Mr. Craig, my fiancé.
Okay, hope you won't regret it.
Why would I regret it? Does Mr. Craig miss me? Titus, why are you here? Where's my fiancé, Silas?
Melanie, are you crazy, Roy, coming to my company to meet Silas,
Your company. You're still as full of yourself as ever.
I can't be bothered to explain. Think whatever you want.
I get it now. This must be some sneaky affair you're having with Willow, and she's leading you on while my fiancé isn't around. You two are really shameless.
Stop insulting Willow.
I just said one sentence. You get so furious. Who'd believe you're innocent?
When did it become your business? What happened between me and Willow?
I understand. This illegitimate doesn't like you. Your life's miserable. How about this? Out of our past relationship, if you kneel and beg me now, maybe I'll throw some money your way.
Melanie, this is my company. Watch your words.
What? Is the money not enough? Do you want to rejoin my family? Are you regretting divorcing me?
Dream on. I couldn't be happier to cut ties with a woman like you. Get out.
This is my fiancé's company. If anyone should leave, it's you and that wretch.
Are you so sure that Silas is the president of Craig Group?
Of course. President of Craig Group. Titus Craig.
You should take another good look and see if it's Silas or Titus.
Impossible. How could a good-for-nothing like you be the president of Craig Group?
Whether you believe it or not, I'm the president of Craig Group.
Melanie, since you've already met Mr. Craig, then please leave.
I'm not leaving. I'm calling Silas right now. I need to ask him what's going on.
Hello?
Hello? Silas, isn't Craig Group in Altamo your business?
No.
But didn't you say you started a new company?
Yes, I've opened one in Santa Knox.
Santa Knox? But when we discussed the office building before, you didn't mention it to me.
You never gave me the chance to explain. Are you insane? What's wrong with you? All right, I'm out.
Even if this company wasn't set up by my fiancé, it definitely can't be yours.
Who are you? Shouting like that here. Security? Security? Get her out of here.
It's me, Ms. Watt. I'm Melanie, the daughter of the Zeon family. We met at the engagement party. You're just in time. This loser is pretending to be the president. Get him out of here.
I don't know you. Someone. Get her out of here.
Tell me, what has Titus given you to make you side with him? He's a worthless loser. He should leave.
You should leave.
Ms. Watts, don't you have an affair with Titus, do you?
Stop talking nonsense. Get out of here.
Titus, don't think you're special because you work at the Craig Group. I'll make you pay for this.
Willow, don't listen to that crazy woman. I'm just an employee.
I know.
That's great, Willow. Mr. Craig really adores you. You should cherish it.
Ms. Watts, that's all. You may go.
Melanie, did you see Mr. Craig?
We'll talk about it later.
You got kicked out, huh?
I warn you, stop talking. Nonsense here. Today, my fiancé isn't around, but once he returns, he'll deal with you and that useless Titus.
Melanie, what's going on here? Melanie, how did that useless Titus get to be the president of Craig Group? What if what he said about being from Druvia's Craig family is true?
Oh, it must be that. Titus is pulling some tricks. If he were from Druvia, how could he have been in a matrilocal marriage with us for 3 years?
You are right.
I think it must because of Willow, the love child. When she came to Craig Group, I thought something was off. How could that wretch come to work there? Maybe.
Right. Now, I get it. It must be Willow, that wretch, trying to take revenge on us, so she hooked up with some rich guy to get back at us.
Except her, the wretch. Who else could do it? It must be her.
Looks like this really is related to Willow. I need to think of a way.
Hello, this is Craig Group, Willow.
Willow, it's your father. Let's meet.
Okay. What do you want? I'm busy.
Willow, can't we talk properly?
I'll talk to you when you bury my mother in the Zeon family tomb.
Willow, can't you let the Zeon family go and show some mercy?
What? What happened?
The Zeon group no longer belongs to the Zeon family. A lot of our projects have been stifled.
Are you implying that I have someone suppress the Zeon group?
Willow, now, Ms. Watts, who's been aggressively acquiring the Zeon family stocks, has been saying that we offended the wrong people. Around the same time, you and the Zeon family were having trouble.
I knew it? If it weren't for some personal interest, you wouldn't even talk to me. But you firmly believed it's me. Isn't that a bit hasty?
Who else could it be except you? After all, not everything is a coincidence.
But I honestly have no idea of this.
Maybe it's someone behind you. Willow, I'm begging you. Please tell him to stop hurting the Zeon family.
Couldn't it be Titus? Do you know why the Zeon family is being suppressed?
Because Diane and Melanie had someone destroy you?
No wonder you jumped to conclusions so quickly. They did such evil things to me, and I punished the Zeon family. What's the big deal?
Willow, they were confused for a moment. Besides, you're fine now, right?
I am fine, but you can't just take it as nothing happened. I can't let this go.
Willow, why can't the Zeon family just live together, happily and peacefully?
How can I live a peaceful life when they want me to fail?
Willow, I still have questions about Titus.
What?
Is Titus really the president of Craig Group?
Yes.
Did he order Ms. Watts to suppress the Zeon family?
Titus is managing the company for his relatives. It's not good for others to know. He's using the Craig family's name to settle personal matters. Mr. Zeon, I think you're overthinking it. Titus is just helping Craig Group's president with some tasks. He doesn't have the authority to order Ms. Watts around.
Why would the actual president of the Craig Group let Titus handle things?
Titus is a distant relative of his.
I see.
There's nothing else to discuss. I'm leaving now.
Willow, you won't help the Zeon family?
When I needed your help, where were you? Titus, did you have anything to do with the Zeon family's situation?
They hurt you so badly, I just took a bit of action to punish them.
A bit of action? Zeon Group has changed ownership. I told you not to interfere with my affairs.
You only told me not to interfere with your issues with your mom.
You used Craig Group's power to go after the Zeon family. Aren't you worried about being kicked out of the Craig Group?
Willow, so you're concerned about me?
Who's concerned about you? You're a fool.
Willow, don't cry.
I didn't cry. If you got kicked out of the Craig Group because of me, I'd feel guilty forever.
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
Really?
To be able to stay by your side and protect you for a long time. I won't be reckless.
Fancy words again? Actually, I feel bad about the Zeon family's downfall.
What will you do about it?
Today, Mr. Zeon came to see me.
Did he threaten you to come to plead for him?
No, not like that. He doesn't even know who's behind this. He thought I had someone powerful backing me and asked me to forgive Melanie and Diane for the sake of the family.
Anyway, the fate of the Zeon family is in your hands now, or I won't decide for you. What do you think?
Titus, I gave it a thought. After all, he is my father. I can't bear to see him running around at his age. Maybe this time we should let them off.
Willow, are you sure?
Letting them go this time is my way of repaying him for giving me life. From now on, I'll have no further ties to the Zeon family.
Okay, I'll listen to you.
Thank you, Titus. I'll give Mr. Zeon a call now.
Willow, are you sure? Our Zeon family is saved?
I'm helping you this time because you are my father. But from now on, I have no ties to the Zeon family.
Willow, how can you say that? Willow? Hello? Willow said that it was Titus who helped solve the Zeon family's crisis.
Isn't that a good thing? Then why the long face?
Titus, the useless man, has no such capability. He's just bragging.
Good news, Uncle Frank. The suppression and monopoly of the Zeon family's businesses are all over now. Things are getting better.
It's all thanks to Willow. She said once this crisis is over, she'll no longer have anything to do with the Zeon family.
Isn't that good? That wretch has finally been driven out of our family.
What are you talking about? If it weren't for Willow, our family would have been finished.
I've already prepared a plan, even without Willow. Our Zeon family wouldn't be ruined.
Melanie, what's the plan?
I've sent people to find out. Mr. Craig from Druvia is staying at Palace Hotel. I'll go there under the pretext of discussing a partnership, and then...
Right, that Mr. Craig is way stronger than Silas.
Exactly. If you can marry him, our Zeon family will enjoy wealth and luxury forever.
Melanie, how can you...
Well, I've thought it through. Instead of waiting around, I'll take the initiative. With my look and figure, I can win over Mr. Craig. You just wait at home for the good news. I'll bring you back the richest son-in-law in the world.
All right. All right.
Which room is Mr. Craig staying in on Earth? Titus is a VVIP here. Should I call him and ask? Hello, Titus. You are the acting CEO of Craig Group in Altimo and a VVIP of Palace Hotel. Do you know which room Mr. Craig from Druvia is staying in?
What? Melanie? Is Silas not enough for you?
What are you talking about? I'm here to discuss a partnership for an office building.
Let me guess. Another shady deal?
I shouldn't have asked you. People like you wouldn't even know where Mr. Craig from Druvia is staying.
As you know, why ask me? Don't call me anymore.
Titus, how can you be so ungrateful? You've been living off my family for 3 years. All of this is what you owe me. Hello? That ungrateful jerk hung up on me.
Such a beauty shows up at my door. I can't let this opportunity go. Miss, are you looking for me?
Who are you?
I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Mr. Craig, the one you are looking for. And you are?
I am Altamo's prettiest lady, Melanie, from the Zeon family. Nice to meet you.
So, Melanie, what brings you to see me?
Well, our Zeon family has a commercial project. I was wondering if you might be interested.
Of course. After all, you're the prettiest lady in Altamo?
Mr. Craig, you know how to flatter me.
Oh, it's nothing. But discussing business in this hallway isn't appropriate. How about we continue in my room?
All right. Please lead the way, Mr. Craig.
Melanie, you came here for me. Is there something I can help with?
Well, our Zeon family has a bit of a personal issue with the agent president, Titus. He's such a petty-minded person. He caused that we had been unable to secure this office building project.
What? He's just an agent president, caused a delay in the project because of a personal grudge?
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
Yes, Mr. Craig. You must teach him a lesson. Kick him out of Craig Group.
Melanie, don't worry. If this is really the case, I'll make sure he's kicked out.
Thank you, Mr. Craig.
It should be my mismanagement that caused this incident. I should apologize to you.
It's okay. Titus will be taught a lesson. Mr. Craig, that project...
Since you have asked, it's not a problem.
Thank you, Mr. Craig.
I wonder how you plan to thank me.
Stand up first.
What are you doing?
Of course, doing what Mr. Craig wants.
This Altamo's prettiest lady is indeed extraordinary.
Hello?
Melanie, as for the office building project, I'll make sure you get it. From now on, we won't owe each other anything. Don't bother me again.
I've already secured the office building project. No need for your help.
What do you mean? How did you manage that?
Of course, it was promised, directly by Mr. Craig from Druvia. I don't want to waste time. In a couple of days, there will be a welcome banquet for Mr. Craig at Empire Hotel. For the old time's sake, I invite you and Willow to come over.
Okay, I'll definitely come. Melanie, I wanted to help you for our 3-year marriage, to keep you from straying. But unexpectedly, you dug your own grave. You've been deceived and still been so cocky. Luke, find out who's impersonating my identity.
Melanie, are you pregnant?
I don't know, Mom. I've been feeling really nauseous and throwing up a lot lately.
It's probably true.
What? So, what should I do?
What else can you do? Since you're carrying Silas's child, you should hurry up and marry him. As for Mr. Craig from Druvia, forget about him. It's impossible.
No, Mom. I just calculated the dates. I'm probably carrying a child with Mr. Craig of Druvia, not Silas's.
What? When did this happen?
Well, it was when I went to Palace Hotel to talk about business. We got carried away. Then...
Melanie, you're being foolish. You've been with him without any commitment. Not only can't you marry him, but your child may also be at risk.
So, what should I do now?
The powerful and wealthy family like the Craig family, they value reputation the most. They can have more children, but ruining their reputation, it can't be fixed.
How could this happen?
Let me think. Let me think of the best solution for you.
Mrs. and Mr. Zeon, I've been busy hosting Mr. Craig from Druvia, so I haven't had time to look after the Zeon family. And Melanie, I am sorry about that.
Oh, Silas, you've done so well. Even managing to connect with Mr. Craig, such a powerful figure from Druvia. He's the top heir of all.
You flatter me. Mr. Craig will be here any moment.
Here he comes. Mr. Craig has arrived.
Mr. Craig, our Zeon family owes you for helping us secure the partnership. On behalf of our family, I toast to you.
It was nothing.
Please have a seat.
Melanie, I hear that Titus and Willow are invited. We've nearly finished the meal. When will they arrive?
Oh, they must have heard. Mr. Craig was coming, and we're too intimidated to come.
Am I that intimidating?
Titus always doubted your identity. After I pushed back, he still acted arrogant.
He's the acting president of Craig Group in Altamo, but doesn't know who would dare to impersonate Mr. Craig from Druvia. He probably want to go to hell.
And you dare?
Who are you? How dare you talk me like that?
Mr. Craig, he is Titus. He says he's your distant relative.
A distant relative? I don't know you.
Okay. Take a good look. Recognize me.
What kind of tone is that? You think you can disrespect me after the Craig family granted you this job? Are you trying to lose your job?
Seems like you've gotten carried away with your act. Parading around with my identity. Do you want to go to hell?
Mr. Craig, did you hear the nonsense he's spouting? It's clearly that he doesn't respect you at all.
Yeah, Mr. Craig, you can't let him off so easily.
All right, Titus. Very impressive. It's been a while since anyone's dared treat me.
Looks like you've been parading around as Mr. Craig for years now.
Titus, you're fired. Get out of Craig Group in Altamo.
Who are you to fire Mr. Craig?
Ms. Watts, this is the Mr. Craig from Druvia, the owner of Craig Group in Altamo. Of course, he has the power to dismiss a mere acting president.
Yes, Ms. Watts, don't take the wrong side. Losing face is nothing, but what about losing your job?
This person can't possibly be Mr. Craig from Druvia. The true Mr. Craig is Titus.
Ms. Watts, how much has Titus offered you to be this loyal?
I'd say it's bedroom favors with how devoted you are.
Enough. My relationship with Mr. Craig is simply for work. How dare you spread such rumors?
Can you prove it?
Ms. Watts, if you don't keep quiet, it looks like your position as a senior agent with Craig Group might also come to an end.
Enough, both of you. Leave Craig Group now.
Who gave you that right?
Right? I don't care who your backer is. The fact is, you're both fired.
This imposter in front of Mr. Craig.
No need to be so rash, Ms. Watts. It's getting interesting. Let's see what more they have up their sleeves.
You're still holding on.
Titus, why don't we go back?
Titus, your woman has lost confidence. What are you still holding on to?
Us choosing Titus as your boyfriend really shows your poor taste.
Willow, don't worry. I will be fine.
We're all here to attend a banquet. It's bad to ruin the atmosphere.
So you want?
Since Titus was invited by Melanie, if we let him leave in disgrace, who would dare to come to our banquet again? Let's give him a chance to redeem himself.
I agree with his thought. But simply an apology won't be accepted.
Of course. Even making Titus kneel and apologize wouldn't be too much.
That's right.
Then how do you want me to make it up?
Send a generous gift to Mr. Craig. If he is satisfied, then it'll be over.
So simple?
Of course not. With the noble identity, he can't accept an ordinary gift.
Then what kind of gift are we talking about?
At least worth $1 billion. And make sure Mr. Craig likes it.
What? Whether he likes it or not is entirely up to him. That's too unfair.
Titus, don't you like to gamble? Then let's bet again. If your gift satisfies Mr. Craig, you can do whatever you want. If he doesn't like it, I'll kick you out of this Empire Hotel in person.
Okay. I agree.
Titus.
This is the first time I've seen someone who is so stupid.
I've figured it out. Titus has held on until now because he doesn't want to embarrass himself in front of Willow.
Titus, quick. Bring out the gift. If I'm happy, I won't trouble you.
Hurry up, don't stall.
Look, what is this junk?
I thought it was a treasure, but it's just a broken wooden plaque.
Silas, you've ruined me.
Are you out of your mind?
Am I out of my mind? It is you. Out of you mind? Look it closely. This isn't a broken wooden plaque. This is the family token that represents the heir of the Craig family.
What did you say?
Now we're both in trouble. Please, Mr. Craig, take it back.
Hey, Mr. Craig, you still haven't told me if you'd like the gift.
Mr. Craig, I was wrong. I'll never do it again.
How does it feel like to pretend to be Mr. Craig?
Mr. Craig, I was wrong. It was all because of Silas. He tricked me into pretending to be you and deceiving the Zeon family. I was fooled by the jerk. Silas, I shouldn't have listened to him and impersonated your identity. Mr. Craig, please forgive me. Forgive me.
You're not the Craig family's heir. Then who are you?
Tell everyone here yourself. Who are you?
I was a servant cast out by the Craig family.
Why were you cast out?
Because I stole something.
What? You? What? I slept with someone so beneath me, and I am carrying your child. You're a liar.
We're all adults. It was a mutual decision, and I saw you're happy. I saw you quite enjoyed it yesterday.
I gave up a true heir of the rich family for 2 fakes.
Melanie, are you okay? Don't scare me.
I'm such a fool. I'm really a fool. Haha.
Your family treats your son-in-law like a servant. You'll have a servant as your son-in-law, as you wanted.
No! No!
Mr. Craig.
Send Silas to the construction site to work as a laborer for life. As for the imposter, arrange a marriage for him and Melanie. The child must be born. The Zeon family can't lose an heir.
Our family is cursed. Titus, no? Mr. Craig, it's our family's fault for mistreating you for 3 years. I wasn't planning on asking for mercy for Diane and our daughter, but they've already been punished. I hope you will spare them.
I wasn't planning to retaliate against the Zeon family. All the wealth gained through scheming is ultimately fake. It is your greatest punishment.
Thank you. Willow, can you forgive me?
I've already forgiven you. But are you truly sorry? What about my mother?
Don't worry. I'll move your mother to the Zeon family's tomb.
Hope you keep your word, Dad.
Dad. Finally, you're calling me Dad. You are finally forgiving me. That's great. I hope we can be safe and happy in the future.
Titus. Meeting you is truly my luck.
I've said my life is all yours.